my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be me introducing you to this brand. This is Bella Forever Cosmetics. This is the Pressed Pigment palette. Love is love. This is what she's called and this is how she looks. Of course, I showed you already in one of my haul videos when I got this. You have seen this palette. I also spoke about this palette in my new makeup releases videos, and that's why I bought it, because that's how I found it. Now, I bought this on release. I want to say it was not super expensive. I was really pleased because I love affordable makeup. So that is what it is. So we have a lot going on in this palette, mostly jewel tones, really nice. We have a lot of shimmer shades, and I of course created also this look today with this palette. We have a couple of mattes, not too many. So let me just point out the mattes, okay, because that is easier. So we have this one, then we have these two here, then this one, these two, this one, these two, and then here we have these two. Everything else is shimmers. Now, maybe you can see the ones that are unused. Maybe I'm going to try to shift a little bit here. Maybe you can see that most of them are really sparkly. And I was really worried that, because usually when shimmers look like this, then when you apply them, the sparkles just rain down a lot. It was not the case at all. Honestly, when I put it on, I mean, you see, it's not like super sparkly. It's shimmer shades, you know? But this is when they are untouched, they look super sparkly. And then when they are touched, they look like normal shimmers. So that is just an effect of like the untouched shadow, I guess. But anyway, so here we have, of course, a super big range actually of colors. I personally would, honestly, I would just add a few more greens, because green is my soul color, as you know. But I don't have to have greens all the time, you know. I did a sunset look, sort of sunset on the water kind of a look today, and I'm actually very pleased the way it turned out. Let's just talk maybe a little bit about the palette in general, like about the mattes, because the mattes, the ones that I used, actually worked really nicely. They had a good impact. They, of course, I used them on a unset surface, of course, because this is my makeup style, this is how I'm doing it, and they were really nicely buildable, because I actually built up 3 mattes on top of each other, because I started out with this one, and then I went in with this one, and then I put on this one, you know, just here. So that is pretty incredible, because, you know, not every brand lets you do this, you know. I mean, I have to say, though, to be fair, that in general, makeup and the quality of makeup is getting much better, and I think even like more affordable brands give you better quality now. But anyway, just wanted to say that the buildability on top of each other, also not only within one shade but also different shades on top of each other, was absolutely there. Blendability was there. Of course, I cannot say anything about staining or not, because this is my first look, but you know, we shall maybe see also when I'm swatching the palette, then maybe we will see. So I'm going to definitely try to swatch this now, but I'm gonna have to speed this up, because this is of course quite a big palette. So we're going to do that in just a second. Besides that, packaging wise, it's cardboard packaging. You have, of course, the rainbow theme, of course, and then you have a pretty good size mirror here, and then you have the ingredients on the back. This is how it looks. So anyway, Bella Forever Cosmetics is based in the US, and I ordered it, as I said, on release, and the palette was shipped then to my best friend in the US, who is always collecting my orders there, and then it got to me, so that's why it just all takes a little bit longer. And anyway, everything that is connected to shipping takes quite a bit longer these days. All right, so what did I do for today's look? Before we go into the swatches, let me just zoom you in and show you. This is how the look turned out. Like I said, I went for a sunset look because, you know, it was that kind of a day. All right, so let me just zoom you back out, and then I'm gonna tell you which shades I used. Of course, the mattes I already told you, and then for the inner corner of my lid, I used this one. I actually used a couple of them because I wanted to try a lot, you know. So I used this one, and I used this one, and I used this one, and a little bit of this one, and in the outer corner I used this one, which is exceptional because this is a shimmer, and usually I do not anyway do that, you know, using shimmers in my outer corner, but I'm kind of getting over it, because you know, the darkest shades in the mattes are really this one, and this one, and I just didn't want to have the blue in the outer corner, you know, so I wanted to have the purple, so that's why I went for the purple, and it looks nice, you know, it does. So what can I say? All right, so anyway, this is what I did, and under my eye I used this one for the most part. I backed it up a tiny little bit with this blue, which is also a shimmer here in the top corner, and then to give it a little bit more impact, right under the lower lash line, I put also this matte, just, you know, on the outer side of my under eye area, sort of. So that's what I did. And for the inner corner, I used this shade. Okay, performance wise, I'm going to tell you about the performance of the shimmers right after the swatches. So let's just go into the swatches first of all, and then we'll talk a bit more. Okay, sweeties, here we are after the swatches. I still have them all here. I know I'm a bit awkward when it comes to swatching. I'm getting there. It's getting better. Okay, at least it's not a complete disaster. So I'm already super, super glad. Also, it is a thing, you know, to swatch so many shades on one arm, you know, and I'm not that big. So, you know, anyway, I only have that much space. All right, so let's talk about this. I think you can also see I think you can also see that especially the light shades, of course, didn't swatch so well on me, and I didn't want to like super back them up, you know, more than twice going in. I don't think that is fair. But anyway, I think overall this color scheme, of course, gives you a lot. I think you can see that that is really nice. One of my most favorite shades that also swatched really well was actually this yellow, which I also have in my inner corner. I really like that. Also, this shade here is really pretty. There are a lot of shades that are really pretty. I'm just like picking out a few. Also, this dark blue here swatched super well. Overall, I want to say that the shimmer formula, and that is also what I sort of hinted at, that we still need to talk about that. It was a bit of a surprise to me, I have to say, because usually shimmers work best or better when you put them on a wet brush. So that is actually what I tried to do in the beginning, and it didn't work so well. It was a funny thing because usually that always works, you know, and in this case they almost worked better with a dry brush, and of course also with a finger. So I put them on with a dry brush and then dabbed over it with the finger. They worked fine. Is it my most favorite formula? Probably not. I think there are other shimmers, of course, out there who are maybe easier to work with, but also for the price and what you're getting, the amount of product that you're getting, I think you're actually getting a good deal here, you know. Just wanted to say that I did enjoy working with this. I did though enjoy the mattes more than the shimmers, and unfortunately there are not so many mattes in the palette. But anyway, I think the whole range is really nice in terms of color. I think it's really beautiful, and it just gives you so much. And also the nice thing is that you can even do cold neutral looks with this, you know, just using this and this and this, for example. Also, this is also that what I used in my the inner part of my lid, is a very lovely, just very gentle shade, you know, which you can also use together with this taupey gray here, which is just a super gentle everyday look, you know. So there is more in the palette than meets the eye at first glance. That is always something where I think, wow, I didn't see that, you know. First time I saw this on Instagram, I never thought that there is any potential for a neutral look in this. Not that I'm going a lot for neutral looks, obviously. But you know, it is important for a lot of people, and even for me, sometimes I want to have a neutral look. Now anyway, this is definitely what I wanted to try, and that's what I did. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Was it the easiest formula? Maybe not. Matte wise, yes, they were very good. The shimmer formula was a little bit special, not necessarily in a bad way, but just different, you know. So, and that is also a thing where I always say, you know what, sweeties, you have to work with a palette a little bit longer in order to familiarize yourself with the formula and not just say, this wasn't good or whatever, you know, because it's not that. Usually it's not that. Yes, there are also products out there that are just not good, but I think considering where the makeup industry has gone, I feel that there has been a big improvement in general in the quality of makeup products out there, and in general there is nothing really that is really bad anymore, you know. So anyway, I don't even know why I'm saying this. It has nothing to do with this palette. Just wanted to put that out there. This is like my word of advice. Just work with a palette and give it a chance, and just try out different techniques and also different placements of shadows, you know. I, for example, was super happy that I put that purple shimmer in my outer corner. Turns out that looks really nice. Who would have thought? You know. So anyway, just wanted to put the word out there for this brand, Bella Forever Cosmetics. Super glad that I got to try this. Super glad I have this palette. I think it is a nice addition to my collection also because I want to just try new brands and have like reference points of what is what compares to what, you know. That is my goal for this year, or that was my goal when we started this crazy year. That I'm gonna do this year, and for the most part I'm actually doing this, and I'm super happy about it. And also I think the shade range in the palette, it just gives you a lot to play with, and I love that, you know. So that is that. Check out the brand. Everything that I've used today will of course be linked in the description box down below, and that is it for today. So I hope you did enjoy yourself. I hope this was helpful. Of course, leave me your comments in the comment section down below if you want to, and if you're new here and want to subscribe to my channel, I would love that. Please go ahead and just browse around through my content, see what else I have to offer before you subscribe, because I'm doing a whole lot of things here on my channel. It's not just beauty, it's also lifestyle, so please check that out. And if you like that, then you're so welcome to join. I'm so happy to have you here, and besides that, I'm going to see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.